Hey, yo, what's the deal? It's your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag. You know what I mean? As of this recording, it is 2:38 p.m., but the upload time to this is 11:45 p.m., Christmas Eve 2025. You know what I mean? And today I'm going to make for this video, I'm going to make a very, very, very interesting video, right? I have a very interesting topic because as I was, scrolling through my timeline and such on my YouTube channel, someone by the name of Real Wrestle Mafia came up with a very, very, very interesting topic. And one that you really have to think about, and one that's actually fucking true. It's really, really true if you sit down and see these points. Right? He made a video called, why WWE wrestlers don't look cool anymore. Right? And it got me thinking, as compared to people in the 90s and in the 2000s, compared to now, it's legit night and day. No, I mean, it's legit night and day, right? And there are definitely some people who have that cool factor and such in WWE who still got it. I mean, the people I can name are like fucking Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Gunther, LA Knight, Joe Hendry, who else? Cody to some degree, right? But there are others that it's like, it's just not the same. It's clearly not the same, right? Gimmicks are basically a sole reason why, people are not really cool anymore, or the lack of gimmicks. The lack of gimmicks. 'Cause I remember like back in the days, like, you look at even going back to like, like the mid to late 90s, right? Even with the WWF New Generation, right? You have people, like Big Daddy Cool Diesel. He looked fucking cool. Razor Ramon. Now, 1, 2, 3 Kid. The $1 Million Man. Like, those people looked real fucking cool. Bret the Hitman Hart. Now, they were some cool ass characters, even going to WCW, right? Sting, Surfer Sting was still cool, right? Fucking, the Steiner Brothers. Sid was cool as shit. Right? And even like, of course, going to the Attitude Era. The Attitude Era had mad cool looking characters. What? People that stuck out. Because the other thing too is a lot of these characters were based off of some of their real life, traits. Like look at The Godfather, right? The Godfather worked at a strip club, right? So of course there would be holes at the strip club, right? You had Ken Shamrock, like the world's most dangerous man. He was a UFC fighter, right? Steve Austin, Stone Cold Steve Austin, how he really was, right? Cool as shit. The Rock, same thing. Triple H. Triple H was a cool fucking character. A really cool bad guy that came from, the heavy metal scene, right? The Game, right? Cause he was heavy into Metallica. So he took a lot of influence from Metallica, that rebel, that rebelness onto thing, right? Now you really do not have, you really don't have wrestlers who stick out anymore. You don't. Everyone is just plain, in the 90s, wrestlers just felt unpredictable and such, right? Now it's like, there's fewer looks, like everyone just looks the same. Like physique wise, like there's not like, like everyone's too fucking polished. Look at Batista. Look at the Ruthless Aggression era, right? You have people like Batista, Randy Orton, right? Brock, of course, John Cena and such. Those guys stuck out because they look like somebody, right? Shit, Brock Lesnar was a cool looking fucking character, right? He's one that people can relate to. Now, everyone has the same physique. The rings, the gear style is the same. The ring style is also the fucking same. Now, I mean, the Bullet Club was a cool fucking, the Bullet Club was a cool fucking, was a cool fucking thing. Like that, they were cool, right? Finn Balor, when he was the Demon, he was fucking cool, right? You don't got that at this point anymore. You really don't. And of course, what fucks it up too is social media, right? See, in the 90s, right, you didn't know how the wrestlers' lives were. You really did not know, right? They kept everything at a kayfabe minimum. Shit, look at ECW. There were a lot of characters that were fucking cool in ECW. A lot, right? Now, you can't even do kayfabe without someone fucking it up on social media, right? The one thing I will say is, okay, there is the gaming and such. All right, that's not a problem. It's really not. It's really not, right? But I would have kept that shit backstage and not bring that shit over here. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have just kept it back there, and it's not bad to joke around, because again, wrestling is supposed to be what? It's supposed to be, a job and shit, right? It's someone's career. So I don't have a problem with the video games and such, but, I think bringing that to the forefront, it's not really great. It's really not. Also, like people go towards more catchphrases and everything else. Like I said, every wrestlers now, again, like their presentation is just like, it's just vanilla. Now, every wrestler looked the fucking same. Will Ospreay is not a cool character. Will Ospreay is not cool. He's not cool. Braun Breaker is fucking cool. Like, Braun Breaker is a badass that would just tear you from limb to limb. Obafemi is a guy who would tear you up from limb to limb. Right? Those are cool looking characters. Right? MJF is a cool character. Right? So now in today's day and age, again, everyone they just feel the same. Again, with physiques and such. And it goes back to what I said about like the smaller guys, right? And I'm not saying that for all small guys, but the majority of the small guys they're just plain. Like you can't really get them. Now, I mean, I don't get, I don't get fucking, I don't get people like, let me see. I had a name. I had a fucking name. I don't. I mean, there are certain tantrums in wrestling that I really don't get. Like the Don Callis family. Like you're not the Bobby Heenan family, bro. You're not. The Shield was fucking cool. The Shield was a cool fucking faction. Now, I mean, shit like that really gravitates you, right? You don't got that now. You don't. You really, really don't. And that's sad. Even mid-carders back then were fucking cool. Even if they were cheesy, you look back now, you're like, yo, that's a cool fucking character. Disco Inferno was a cool fucking character, right? Let's go back to ECW, right? Al Snow. Know what I mean? What does everybody want? Head. What does everybody need? That was a cool fucking character. Let me see who else were cool characters. Like, the Brood were cool. Like I said, now in today's day and age, it's just, again, everyone just looks the same. Everyone is so manufactured that, it's just hokey. I mean, Ricochet is a hokey character. He's hokey. I'm sorry, he's hokey. How the fuck do I forget people like The Undertaker? You know what I mean? A cool fucking character on both ends. Crow Sting, Kane. Know what I mean? DX, the NWO. I know there are others that I'm missing. I know they are. Let me see who. Fucking Goldberg, DDP. You know what I'm saying? Even in the Ruthless Aggression era, like I said, fucking, the OVW4, Shelton Benjamin, Crime Time was cool. I mean, you had all these people that were really, really cool, and they just got, like they stuck out. They stuck out. You know what I mean? These are characters that are relative to you. Now, you don't even got that. You'd be lucky if you find one. You'd be real fucking lucky if you even find one. You know what I mean? Because again, even with the women, you know what I mean? Naomi is fucking cool. Like, y'all know how much I love Naomi. You know what I'm saying? Rhea Ripley is cool. You know? Fucking, who else in the women's division is cool? Stephanie Vaquer is cool. You know? Tiffany Stratton is cool. Jada Parker is cool. You know, but it's more sexy. It's cool and sexy. Yeah, like TLC. Crazy, sexy, cool. That's true. I love that album. That's a great album. But yeah, I mean, you know, I wish that wrestlers can go back to a point in time where they could find identity. Like bring something, you know, that's about them. You know, bring a trait that they love. You know what I mean? A trait that they really love and, you know, and make that into a whole gimmick. You know what I'm saying? Because now, like I said, gimmicks now in wrestling, you know, like like I said, their presentation, they don't look cool. They do not look fucking cool. They don't. They really, really don't. You know what I mean? Like I said, Will Ospreay doesn't look cool. He doesn't look cool. I'm sorry. He doesn't look fucking cool. You know, who else? Who else does not look cool? Fucking, John Moxley doesn't look fucking cool at this point. You know? Everything is all about video games and such. I'm not saying that's not a bad thing, but when it's too much, you know, when it's too much, it can be more than fucking hokey. You know, more than hokey. Anyway, guys, I'm about to be out. You know what I'm saying? I definitely will be coming back with another video tomorrow. Fucking Chris Jericho was fucking cool. Eddie Guerrero, Latino Heat was cool as shit. You know what I mean? Again, like it's so much. It's so much. Dean Malenko's Iceman gimmick. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah, I mean, like, come on, B. Anyway, guys, I'm about to be out. I'm not making a video tomorrow. It's Christmas. You know what I mean? I'll come with one Friday. All right? I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace. Happy holidays.